Okay, so I got the neck attached. It's all locked in good and tight, right in the pocket, nice and flush. And the next thing I need to do is track how straight the neck pocket and bridge prep are. And this is where they usually go horribly wrong. I've used their bodies before and I've never had any success making this bridge go where it needs to go because the strings would be too far off this way or that way. And by the time I moved the bridge to the proper place, the pickup holes were off. So look, there's going to be a payment made by saving money on these imported bodies and not getting the stuff made here in the States. There's a high chance that nothing's really going to line up right. And you just need to know how to make it right. And if you're on a fixed budget, but you have a lot of time on your hands, this is the way to go. If money's no object and you want to spend $700 on a body, $700 on a neck, now you're into this thing for, $1,400 without the pickups and the electronics and the tuners. You can buy a nice Fender Tele for less than that, so that's kind of what you got to weigh these things out. I got started doing this because I couldn't afford a nice guitar, and I would buy pawn shop guitars and just some of the cheaper imports, and I would make them right because it was much cheaper. And then I got into building them. Granted, I would make my own bodies and make my own necks, and that's a whole nother investment in tools. And unless you're going to be doing that for a living, I would suggest not going that route. But if you want to have a weekend project and you don't mind cussing at a foreign nation for making things weird, yeah, go for it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say maybe this one's going to line up. Okay, so there's holes in there, 6 holes. Actually, there's 9, but the 3 in the back are the mounting holes. Right, and so this is the bridge that I'm going to use, and it's prepped for that. Now, when you order your bridge, there's 2 different hole sizes, meaning widths, the spacing between them. Since this came from overseas, I ordered the imported prep, and it's I'm going to get it backwards, but I'm going to say that I ordered a US bridge for the last one and it was off, so I had to get an import one. I think the US bridges are a little wider spring spacing, but don't quote me on that. Just make sure you get the one that's for the body that you got, and I'm almost certain that the imported ones are a little narrower. So I got this Hipshot bridge on Amazon, and they're a good bridge, and you just got to line those 6 holes up with the holes through the body, because the strings go through the body. Get it perfectly lined up. You can look through those holes and you can see, I don't know if you can see in there or not, but anyway, line it up perfectly, exactly where you want it. Take a string, hold one end there in the saddle between those 2 chrome screws, stretch the string all the way up to the nut, low E nut, right there, slot. And another slot for the high E, stretch it down and check it down here. When you're looking down at the string, the gap between the string and the edge of the neck should be consistent on both sides, right? You'll know it if it's not if you play a lot. So that's what I'm going to do now.